Hello, everyone. Welcome back to What If Boise State... That was inconvenient timing with the music just fading out right at the end. Alright. Hello. Welcome back to What If Boise State joined the Pac-12. We have made it through the entire regular season, and it is now bowl week. Boise State, as you can see above me, sits at 8-4, which just missed out on the conference championship appearance. But we're going to watch the conference championship anyway. Realized I should have said that a little bit differently, but it was too late because I had already started my sentence. We'll go over here and we'll take a quick look at top 25 polls. The Wolfpack are way up there. They are number 2, which is shocking. Shocking. Wow. Okay. So we have Oklahoma State, Nevada, Alabama, Notre Dame, Mississippi State, South Carolina, Stanford. Oklahoma took a little bit of a tumble after a loss. TCU, Michigan State, Auburn, USC, Texas A&M, Virginia Tech, Ohio State, Arkansas, Oregon, Illinois, Penn State, Florida State, Fresno State, Washington, Georgia, Michigan, and UCF. All of these are the same, with the exception of the one team that dropped from 8-4. And then, or dropped to 8 from 4. I think I said that correctly. So there you go. Nevada is looking at an opportunity to play in the national title game. We'll see if that sticks, because it is conference, it is bowl, or conference championship week, excuse me. And then it'll be bowl season, and I don't know where Boise State is going to get invited to. Boise State finished 4th in the Pac-12 North, and that's not what I wanted to do. This is where I wanted to go. And 6th overall in the Pac-12. I said Pac-10, I meant Pac-12. Pac-12 North. Because if you don't know, the whole idea is, what if Boise State joined the Pac-12 instead of, in this case, Colorado? And it went not as expected. Boise State, going into the game against Oregon, had a shot at maybe getting here to the Pac-12 title game. Oregon was like a game ahead of us. They won their final 2 games. Boise State needed to beat both Oregon and Utah to have a shot at it, but unfortunately fell to Oregon, and we landed in 4th place with 4 total losses. As for this week's episode, this week's video, we are going to be looking at the Pac-12 championship. So we're going to actually watch somewhere, I think ESPN? Scores and schedules, that's where I was looking. We're actually going to watch the Pac-12 championship game. So this is the 2011 Pac-12 championship game, and we are going to watch Oregon and USC play, because you can play this game, and then when you go here, just watch the CPU play each other. So number 17 taking on number 12 for the first ever, the inaugural Pac-12 championship. Forgot that I was going to make a save state there so I could get the trophy. Then I kind of was like, do I really need to play 2 entire games for 2 bronze trophies? No, I don't. So it's not that big of a deal. Also, it doesn't take that long to sim a season. This is NCAA Football 12, so it has 2 specific trophies for the inaugural Pac-12 and Big Ten championship games. And we're going to see our first winner this year. Oregon, at least. I shouldn't speak for the Trojans here on the left. Oregon, though, or on the right. Oregon was ranked very highly. They took a couple of losses, dropped in the standings. USC has had control of the Pac-12 South from week number 1. It's a rainy day today. This game is played in the Rose Bowl. I set that as the destination because I think the Rose Bowl is really cool, and there isn't an option for the Santa Clara Stadium because it didn't exist back then. I think the first couple of years was just held at the higher record home stadium, which is odd. So I gave it a neutral site, a true neutral site, at the Rose Bowl, which technically is a home stadium for UCLA, but they don't have to play, so it's not that big of a deal. So here we go. USC takes the field with a band that plays literally one song. If you can hear it in the background, that's all they play. That's all they play. And then it turns out Florida State, their marching band only plays one song as well. We're going to look at Rodney Mack here, 6 tackles, 10 deflections, 1 interception on the season. He's the player to watch, I guess. Maybe the quarterback, running back, whatever, didn't have the greatest season in the world, so they don't do that. I noticed that with Boise State, the quarterback, Austin, didn't have the greatest season, so they stopped highlighting him as the season progressed. They were like, no, we're going to look at the defensive person, though they should have been honed in on the running back the entire time. But that is neither here nor there. Goal line, or the kick is fielded at the 5, returned about 22 yards up to the 27-yard line. So USC will take over. A rainy day here in Los Angeles. USC may have just played in this stadium last week against UCLA. I don't know if they had that as a home or away game. Fire it over the middle. Gain of 4. USC is even harder to call because they don't put the names on the back of their jerseys. USC, the higher-ranked team. I'm surprised they're not ranked higher. I don't think they're perfect, but they did handle their business in the Pac-12 South. Breaks the tackle and is off to the races on the right side, across the 50 down to the 30, inside the 30 down to the 27 or so, where he was pushed out of bounds by Oregon. So a big run off that right side for the Trojans. We'll get a replay here. Took it and just wasn't even contacted until about 5 yards into the run. Broke 1 tackle. Some poor angles on the defense from Oregon. Finally gets run out of bounds. You can see kind of the weird running animations of NCAA football. the video game kind of style running of the kind of herky-jerkiness of it. Drops back to pass. Fires up over the top. That is an easy touchdown for USC. They are quickly on the board. A quick strike offense. We could see a lot of points in this game. Oregon runs a very fast-paced offense as well. And if their defense doesn't hold up their end of the bargain, we could see a lot of touchdowns. But that was a nice play by USC. That guy was 3 yards ahead of the defender. So this is the only game that we will see of USC this season. We should get USC on the schedule next season. We'll see Oregon for sure next year. That will be in Boise this time around. We should have more Pac-12 games at home this time, or in Season 2 rather than this year, which I think was a little more road-based. Boise State should get the Cougars at home. The Cardinals? Stanford at home? I forget which California team I put in the South. I think I put California. But that's neither here nor there. That's not the focus of this game. This game is happening right in front of us, the Pac-12 title game. 47 seconds off the clock. Oh God, that song. What'd I tell you? I wasn't making that up when I said they only played one song. They only play one song. Oregon, 5-yard run off the right side for them. They'll try again on the right side. Oh, a nice cleanup tackle by number 27 at USC. Good timing, good patience. Laid the lumber down on the running back there. Oregon should probably pick up a first down here. They have not used much time off the clock. They're going with an option. USC is all over it. And that's about 40 seconds off the clock. So a very, very quick 3-and-out for Oregon. But maybe more importantly, a great 3-and-out for the USC defense, who can give it back to their hot offense. See if they can put on some more points here. I will say that it is annoying to me that the logo is upside down. I don't know why that's a thing. And I don't know if that was a thing consistently or just in this one. But it's presented by Vizio. 3-down linemen, for Oregon. They looked like they were going to overload one side with some pressure. Everybody dropped back. They only rushed 3. Quick pass for USC leads to a gain of 5. So, excellent starting field position at the 38-yard line. After the gain of 5, it's at the 43. They'll run the ball again off that right side. Been effective. Across midfield down to the 40. That's a gain of what? 16 or so? 16, 17 yard gain. We'll get another replay. Look at number 48, just clean through the hole, able to get into probably the third level at that point. And provided an easy first down for USC. Oh, it thinks it's the Rose Bowl game. Oh, this is not the Rose Bowl game. I didn't even realize that. It's definitely the Pac-12 championship game. All right. Okay. The winner of this, by the way, gets to be back in this stadium to play in the Rose Bowl against a Big Ten opponent. I don't know who that would be, but that'll be part of bowl season. Oh my goodness, wide open. They are finding some gaps in the Oregon defense here down to the 15-yard line. I think it was a little bit of like a zone coverage there. Everybody just kind of hung out. Number 28 leaked out of the backfield and just kind of ran a little wheel route. That's a good spot to look for an easy completion like that. Oregon or USC in the red zone for the first time today. Maybe the second. I don't remember exactly where that other play happened. Try to go off left side. Not a whole lot of room, so that'll be a gain up to a gain of 2, excuse me. Up to the 13-yard line or so. Empty backfield. That is a weird route for them to take. Going to bring in some pressure, and they were leaky on the back end. Oh my goodness. SC, 13 points here in the first quarter pending the extra point. Looking like the real-life USC that destroyed Washington State last week, or Sunday night. God, that was an ugly game. I was going to call my mom and let her know what time it was on, and then within like 5 minutes or so, SC was up by 14, and I thought, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. And then I looked, and by the end of the first quarter, it was 28-0, and I was like, you know what? I made the right call. No big deal. Bum bum bum, ba-da-dum, bum 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 bum. So SC kicks the ball off. It is received at the 10-yard line up past the 30 for a 20-yard gain. Oregon needs to get something going here. They're up to the 32, so it was a 22-yard return. Oregon needs to get something going here. To repeat myself and sound like a broken record, almost in the most literal sense, he's going to be sacked behind the line. 2nd down and 11. So the SC defense teeing off early against Oregon, who wants to run a very fast-paced, quick offense. Doesn't do a whole lot of good for your defense, though, if you can't get anything going. Nice run off the right side up to the 40. Make it a 3rd and 2, so gain of 9 on the play. This feels like a must-have 3rd down conversion for Oregon. Their defense is not playing well. SC has scored with relative ease on their first 2 possessions. But that'll give Oregon a first down. Start maybe getting into a little bit of a rhythm here into USC territory. See that a lot with Oregon. They line up, stand up, and then do this whole thing. Jumps the snap, fake the handoff. Might have actually been a good idea to hand it off to him right there, because might have had enough room. This also might not be... maybe I'm thinking of it 2 years ahead. Never mind. Snap jumped again by USC. So 2 negative plays there of negative 2 yards. Sets up a 3rd down and 14. We are not even done, by the way, with the first quarter of game yet. The clock has been moving. It's not that it's slow. It's just that it's a very quick-paced game. All right. Oregon needs a conversion here. They're floating it out to the sideline into double coverage. It's tipped away, incomplete. With 2 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, Oregon will be punting the ball away. 14-0 USC. Not exactly what I expected. I figured Oregon's offense would do okay. That is an excellent punt. It is going to be downed inside the 5 at the 3-yard line to end the first quarter. So, a fast-paced start for the USC Trojans, who lead by 2 touchdowns at the end of 1. This is ESPN College Football on twitch.tv/Shawnosaurus Rex. We'll be right back after I lean over and grab this Mountain Dew that I put on the floor. Thank you, past me. All right. USC in the end zone that they have scored twice in. It's going to need to be a 97-yard drive if they want to put any points on the board this time. Well, a touchdown on the board. Oh, and what a run! What a run on first down. You knew they were going to run the ball. Oregon probably should have sold out a little bit more. But just a great pieces of blocking up front. Created a huge hole. And from the 3, he got all the way out to almost the 20, 19-yard line. So a 16-yard run on 1st and 10. When you knew that's what they were going to do. Just keep handing the ball off. Make Oregon stop that before even worrying about passing. That's another 11-yard gain. That'll be up to the 25-yard line. I guess they didn't have a graphics package for the Pac-12 championship game. Weird. So first down and 10 from the 30. I may have said 25, in which case I was wrong, and I apologize. Either way, it's from the 30, and he's almost up to the 50 already. Just keep handing this guy the rock. 7 rushes, 103 yards, a 14.7 yard average, and there's no reason to not hand it to him. So, just inside the 50. Floats it out this way. Intercepted! Oh, no, the first major mistake. Oh, and that's why you just keep handing the ball off. Those were huge runs on first down on each of those. That was, I believe, 3 first downs on 3 plays. And this float pass is a little hard to call. The camera doesn't zoom out far enough, early enough. Sometimes it looks like the ball's just getting thrown out of bounds with a receiver in the area to live and fight for another down. Sometimes it's that, where the quarterback just makes a terrible play and the defender is standing right in the way for some reason, and they throw it that way. So they'll fake the handoff, tries to bounce it outside, but not a whole lot of room there. Gains maybe 1. It'll be a generous 2nd and 9, but probably a long 9 at that. Oregon looks to the sideline. That's the break they needed. They needed a turnover, a mistake of some kind, their defense to come up with something, a stop or a turnover. In this case, a turnover is super helpful, but they might throw it all away here. On 3rd down and 6 already. They barely had the ball for 20 seconds or so. Low snap. Fields it, runs off the left side, fumbles the ball. Oregon will recover inside the 45 at the 43-yard line. Not enough for a first down. So what does Oregon do here? They are going to punt the ball away. They had an excellent punt last time, downing them inside the 3-yard line. It'll be interesting to look at the halftime or post-game stats. The time of possession is going to be heavily slanted in favor of USC, and it is hurting the Ducks now. USC, nice screen, trying to use the pressure of Oregon against them a little bit. Only gains 4 yards or so there. So 2nd down and 6. Get a look at the Oregon coach over here, which I believe would be Chip Kelly in this era. Play action pass, deep down the middle, incomplete. There were a lot of ducks in the way here. So maybe not the greatest throw there. That might force USC into a passing situation here on 3rd down and 6. Drops back to pass. 7-step drop, deep drop. Throwing it over to the sideline again. Excellent defense by Oregon. Let the pass get complete, but didn't let him get any yards there. So they only gain half of what they need. It's 4th down and 3. Is that fumble the turning point in this game? USC was dominating on offense. Like, just unquestionably crushing it on offense. And a turnover and then a 3-and-out. Does that give the Oregon defense enough confidence to slow USC down long enough to catch back up in this game? Oregon needs something. That's not going to do it. I believe they get the second half kickoff, and that could help them. But that was an ugly play. They really want to run this option, kind of like spread option, speed option, run pass option look. But it is not working, as that is yet another negative play for the Oregon Ducks. So 2nd down and 13 to go. Hand the ball off, try the right side, nothing doing. In fact, that's going to be a loss of 2, and so that'll push them back. 3rd and 15. Oh no! The low snap is going to lead to a sack almost. He broke 2 tackles. Timeout USC, a 4th and 18. Only lost 3. Probably could have lost a whole lot more, but that low snap, that's the second time we've seen it. Does it end up becoming a theme through the rest of this game? So 1:40 to go. USC 2 timeouts. Obviously plenty of time on the clock here to get down the field. 1st down, stop the clock while the whole situation, all the chains and everybody gets set. The clock will wind if it's inbounds. Oregon, jumping the snap, but leaving a man wide open across the middle. He's into the 30, the 20, the 10. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, USC. A huge play for the Trojans. Look at him right there in the middle, just completely uncovered. Uncovered, untouched, all the way to the end zone. Huge play for the Trojans right before halftime. Bounced it off the Oregon defender's head just for fun. Extra point is up and good. It is a 3-touchdown lead for the Trojans with 1.5 minutes to go. 2 plays, 71 yards, 12 seconds off the clock, and USC holds on to both of their timeouts. Fielded at the 7 for Oregon, running up the right side, looking for some blocking. Spins out of 1 there. Almost gets to the 30, but is stopped short. We should find out at the end of this episode what bowl game Boise State will be participating in. Floats it out to the right side. Incomplete. Oregon takes the snap. Delayed little handoff there. Yeah, USC, smart call there on the timeout. Oregon's high-speed, fast-paced offense definitely puts them in problem spots, and this would be one of them. They ran so quickly. It's 1st down. They ran it so quickly that they didn't burn enough time off the clock. It gave USC at least an opportunity to get a 3rd down stop here. If he doesn't step out of bounds, because he's going to catch it and immediately step out, I don't think he gets all the way to the end zone, but it's a huge gain for him. Not that it's a bad gain per se, but now the Duck's got to be sick and vomiting in his suit. From the 47-yard line, it is 1st down and 10 for Oregon. I believe that is their first down of the game. It's going to end up being a run past the first down marker. They should give them a first down. Oregon will take a timeout regardless. Get themselves reset. First down and 10, 42 at the 42-yard line for the Ducks. USC doing an excellent job in the back end. Oregon will take another timeout here with 56 ticks remaining. Second down in inches. I paused there a little bit when I said the word ticks because I just imagined an edit where there are literally 56 the ticks on screen all at the same time. I'm not going to do that edit, but it's pretty funny. Another little delayed run here. We're going to get a hold on the offense. I'm sure of it. Yeah, didn't see it there, but it'll be 1st and 8 on the 22-yard line.
Still first down.
So it's a weird penalty situation. I didn't exactly see who that was on. Because if it were a lineman, it would make sense that it would be further back. But if it were like a running back or a receiver as the quarterback took off, maybe that's why it's a weird 1st down and 8. He'll run again off the right side, slides down at about the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Looks like it's at the 9-yard line. Clock pauses to reset. This is the Oregon offense I was expecting to see. A little screen pass met at the goal line at the 1-yard line, actually. Driven back, 2nd down at goal. That ball is inches away from breaking the plane. 28-27. Looking. Fires over into at least double coverage, maybe even triple coverage. That'll be batted down. And it'll be 3rd down and goal. Oregon's got to come away with a touchdown here. Oregon needs a touchdown, and they need to double dip and score on the first possession of the next half. There's a nice run into the end zone. Oregon finally on the board. Finally on the board. Took them 9 minutes and 40 seconds to get there, but they break the plane for the touchdown. It is 21-6. Kick is up. Kick is good. So with 20 seconds remaining, Oregon cuts the lead back down to 2 scores. 10 plays, 58 yards, 1:09 off of the clock, leaving 20 seconds remaining. But that was the, like I was saying, that was the Oregon offense that I was expecting to see. Fast-paced, effective, and maybe they're finally kind of wearing down this USC defense. A couple of quick possessions on the USC offense can lead to maybe a little bit more exhaustion on the defense. Granted, we're only in the 2nd quarter. I know that probably sounds a little dramatic this early in the game, but something to keep in mind. The Oregon defense can maybe get a little rest and feel a little more refreshed to stop this rushing attack, which has been dominant in the first half. That run will gain 2 and run out the final 20 seconds. And at the end of the first half, we have a score of 21-6. SC leads the inaugural Pac-12 title game. We're heading to halftime. This is ESPN College Football on twitch.tv/Shawnosaurus Rex. We'll be right back. And we're back. There's no halftime in this. I think there is one in some of the newer games, even if you just do CPU versus CPU. Importantly here, Oregon's going to get the ball first here in the second half. 3 seconds removed, or are removed off the clock. A little weird graphical glitch there. We're getting a game track. First touchdown for USC. There's another touchdown. 2 of them to number 13. The number 40 got in on the scoring party as he was able to break completely free in the secondary and score from way out. So, 3 receivers to the top side of your screen. They'll motion someone into the backfield. Fake a handoff that way and bounce off the right side. He's loose into the secondary. Tackled at the 47-yard line for a first down. Oregon picking up the pace a little bit and starting to get some good chunks of yardage. 2 receivers on the top side of your screen. That should be an offsides penalty. He pitched it at the very last second. This guy is free into USC territory. So they're down at the 34-yard line. 34 yard 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 line. 34 y Oh, not a whole lot going on there for Oregon. Fake the handoff. Bailey tried to take it, but will lose 2 yards. Oregon can't lose momentum now. They've had too many plays where they have lost yardage. A little delayed handoff. And that's good for 6. So they'll go with the split back set in the backfield. Pitches out to the left side, inside the 30, down to the 27. It's not going to be enough. It's going to be 4th down and 4. If I'm Oregon, I'm going for it. And I didn't mean field goal. I meant actually trying to convert. It's a long field goal. Oregon kicks it up and good. 21-10 now. So they get points. They take about 1 minute and 11 seconds off the clock. Not the results you're looking for. If the defense can back them up, though. Get a stop on USC, maybe. Maybe that helps. 6 plays, 41 yards, 1 minute and 7 seconds off the clock. Led to the field goal. Kick is away. All of them have been short. Right around the 6 to 9 yard lines where the receivers have been getting it. Or the returners have been getting it, excuse me. And they've been able to get it up to the 25 to 30 yard line. This one, pretty split in the difference at about the 27.5. So, 1st down and 10 for USC. They've had a dominant running attack in the first half. Oregon got a good bounce on an interception. They were also able to get a 3 and out. Helped get the offense started. Get a little momentum. USC scored 21 unanswered. Oregon's responded with 10. We're going deep left side. That should have been picked. Had his hands on it. Mack just couldn't come away with the ball. So 3rd down and long. Oregon in a good position to shut USC down. Get in, get out. Breaks through, and he's going to get sacked for a loss of 7. Looked like he was about to get rid of that ball, but just couldn't release quick enough. Like he was going maybe for the running back out in the flat. But Oregon's making some changes, and it's working. USC's getting slowed. Just enough. If Oregon scores a touchdown, do they go for 2? That's the question. That's what I'm curious about. Personally, I would. Because regardless, you'll be down. So you'd be down a touchdown score either way. You'd be down by 5 or you'd be down by 3. Make it down by 3, miss it down by 5. If you kick the extra point, you're still down by 4, which means you still have to score a touchdown. I go for the 2 to cut it to a field goal game. We'll see what the Ducks do here. Little fake the QB keeper. Fire over the middle and find his man at the 40. 2nd down and 1. Oregon moving again, back into USC territory almost immediately. Looking over to the sideline for signals. There's nothing. Drops back to pass. He's going to take off and run with it. Slides down. About the 36. That'll be 1st down and 10 for the Ducks inside USC territory. Again, looking for the signs. If you watch Oregon football at all, you know they move around a lot. They look for the signs. They have lots of silly pictures and stuff on them. They have a strength coach that is ripped and handsome. Energetic. Has a mask with a mustache on it. Another low snap for Oregon. It's been a bit of an issue. This one's going to be a float pass outside. Receiver's technically in the area, but that is absolutely intentional grounding. I'm surprised it's not called in a way, because there's no way anyone's getting that. 3 receivers, bottom side of your screen. There you got 5 total. Floats it over the middle into double coverage, and nothing doing on 3rd and 8. So to bring up 4th down and long for the Ducks. They may have to punt. No, they're going to go for the long field goal. I don't remember exactly where the last field goal was. They'll kick it. It's low. It's away. It's good. That is a good field goal. 6 plays, 15 yards, 54 seconds off the clock. 51-yard field goal. And I don't think he can go much further back. That one It looked like it was on its dying power as it approached the crossbar. From the 2, USC receives it. Up across the 25, up to the 30. So it'll be first down and 10 for USC, who had scored 21 straight points. They've given up 13 in a row. Oregon looked like they were going to bring some pressure. Drops back into coverage. It's a quick pass from USC. Fired in for a gain of 11. That'll be first down and 10. He's 9 for 13, 166 yards. A lot of those yards coming on one touchdown pass. But still it is what it is. Not to take away from it. But I do think it's interesting to look at those stats sometimes and go, well, if you didn't have the 75-yard gainer, what are you looking at? He's looking at like a 8 for 15 for 90 yards or so. But when a coverage is that bad on that play from Oregon, where he's just wide open over the middle, it makes sense that it would be that long of a play. Fires over the middle, caught across the first down marker. First down and 10, USC. Oregon's defense needs a stop here. 1:05 remaining here in the third quarter. Going to be a little delayed handoff into the running back. Got off to a hot start, but he's been bottled up for the most part over the last quarter and a half or so. Gain of 1, second down and 9. 2 receivers bottom side of your screen. Another handoff. This one's going left side. Tried to go with a juke move, but couldn't shake the defender, so it'll be third down and 4 after the gain of 5. That was a very convenient and convoluted way to say the numbers 3, 4, 5 in correct order. Winding down the third quarter here, he's going to be met, and he's going to be short. It'll be fourth down and 1. USC most likely will just kick a field goal here. Oh, no. They are going to go for it. We have some gamblers here. They're going to run a little... Oh, my goodness, a spread option. The defender just broke. The defender was totally broken. Oh, no. That is a big touchdown on a fourth down and 1 for USC. Watch this play here. You're going to see the defender on the right side of your screen. His character AI just breaks. That's it. It didn't do what it was supposed to do. So SC gives Oregon a little bit of a chance and then tries to slam the door shut a little bit more. Oregon now does not necessarily have to go for 2 on their next possession. 7 plays, 70 yards a minute, and 56 with a 38-yard rush by a Fowler, accounting for half of those yards. Fowler's looked good through 3 quarters. Got bottled up there for a little bit, but broke one when it was needed. 28-13 at the end of 3. USC 5 minutes away from being Pac-12 champions. Can Oregon make a comeback? Find out next. So here we go. Welcome back to quarter number 4 of the Pac-12 championship. Fielded at the 10 up to the 25. Met at the 30 by a plethora of USC return specialist defenders. I don't know what the word is. I thought it would come to me. It did not. Oregon needs a score here. Close the gap to 1 score. They'll run it, and that's a fumble, and USC is going to pick the ball up. That's going to be a scoop and score. Took a weird move there at the... Oh, no. Take a look at this. Here's number 38 just coming through and picking the ball up. Wasn't involved in the fumble, causing the fumble, but he will take the scoop and score for 6. I said Oregon needed a score, not USC. It is 34-13 now. Most likely going to be a dominating USC win. Oregon was able to scratch and claw back to 8, but that turnover could be could be the nail in the coffin. I said they tried to slam the door shut on the last possession, but this one might be a little too far out of reach. Fielded at the 5 and barely gets to the 25. Probably the shortest return of the day for the Oregon returner. And the Oregon offense will come right back out onto the field. Oregon going to do a little bit of a delayed quarterback run. He'll be sacked in the backfield for a loss of 1, so 2nd down and 11. Oregon following up their turnover drive with not a whole lot. They look to the sidelines for confirmation of the play. They'll run it, try and run it off the left side. Nothing doing there. Checks, apple juice. Yeah, 2 boxes of those. Thank you. Drops back to pass. And it's intercepted. USC picked it off. Back-to-back turnovers for the Oregon Ducks. And you know that I eat a lot of rice checks now because I needed 2 boxes of them. Nice play here. Just worked with the receiver and stepped inside. The game doesn't know how to do this replay, apparently. So that'll all but do it. 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. USC up 22. It was a struggle for Oregon all day long. 2 turnovers there, one of them leading to a touchdown immediately, and the next one leading to excellent field position. Did not help. 6-yard run. He's got 15 rushes for 160, up over 10 yards a carry. My goodness. Most likely looking at your player of the game. That one is tipped and almost caught. If you wanted to know how well things are going for USC, most of the time when balls get tipped like that, it's an interception for the defense in these video games. That time, it was nearly caught by USC. They are getting the good bounces in this one. Floats it out to the left side. A little bit of a collision there. But that's all right. USC inside the 10 down to about the 7 or so. It'll be 1st down and goal. The clock starts moving here. 3.5 minutes to go. USC drops back to pass. Looking, has all day. Finally finds an open man in the end zone. The defense couldn't hold up that long. That is, I believe that is number 40's 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. And that'll... How many more nails can you put in the coffin if you're USC? It is 41-13. This game got close-ish. It's been a dominant USC performance. There was a little bit there where Oregon's defense held enough to get some points on the board without getting, too blown out, and at least gave them a chance. But 2 offensive turnovers on their last 2 possessions. The second one leading to a 4-play, 24-yard drive. Seals the deal for USC. Oregon will return it or receive it at the 10 and up to about the 29 or so. So from I guess it's about the 30-yard line. 3:14, they'll hand the ball off. Oregon has really no chance, so they might as well just run the ball and run the clock out. Anticlimactic championship game, but hey, sometimes that's just how it works. Oh, that's a fumble. That is recovered by USC. Just sailed the pitch, and 3 turnovers on 3 consecutive possessions now for the Oregon Ducks as we'll watch this play. This is going to be a pretty late pitch, and they didn't show it in that angle there, but it really sailed the running back. He had gotten away with a late pitch early in the game that actually went for a pretty good gain. That one just wasn't great, obviously. So it looks like they'll start running the play clock down, which means as long as USC keeps the clock moving on the ground, should be through this 2 minutes and 45 seconds or so, and not too long. Probably one of the shorter episodes of the first season here. I always say that. I look at, well, I don't always say it, but I do think like, oh man, this one was pretty short. Right about this time when it's like right about, 45, 46 minutes. We're working, with a low clock. Though they didn't take as much time off as I thought they would in the game. And then it always ends up at about the same running time because I yabble and babble. So 3rd down and 11, USC will look to pass. And again, all day, wide open, touchdown. Oh, he fumbled the ball, actually, right at the goal line. It's going to be picked up and recovered by Oregon. I spoke too soon. My apologies. That looked like it was a clean break of the goal line. I wonder if we will get a review of this. I think he slipped and fell down on the route, too. But found it and dove. There's contact. Okay. I don't know. Called the fumble on the field. SC was looking for blood. They wanted to put 49 on him. Instead, they'll have to remain stuck with their 42. Oh my goodness, pardon me. Oh boy. Unfortunately, just way too little too late for the Oregon Ducks, so we'll throw it for negative yards. Oregon's going to take a timeout. It'll be 3rd and 12 with 57 seconds remaining here. Thrown deep down the sideline, incomplete, one-on-one. But the defender, I should say, had a much better position than the receiver did. Probably see a couple of kneel downs on the USC side of things. And we'll get the heck out of here. First ever champion of the Pac-12 is, according to this game and this particular simulation, going to be USC with a whopping 42-13 victory. We'll take a look at the game track. Here he is, number 28. Just destroying. Had a great first drive, and at that point you probably should have known it was over. Thought it would be more of a competitive, high-scoring game. I was kind of half right. But the Oregon offense just never got a whole lot of traction going. 17 rushes, 159 yards, a 9.3 yard average. Had the one touchdown. Likely will be the player of the game, and I also imagine that they'll just kneel it here maybe, or they'll hand it off to him. He's going to get 8. 8 yards on a first down run. That is awful. Awful for the defense. They could not bottle him up. Made them very susceptible to the running attack. I doubt we'll get one more play here, but we'll see. See if USC decides to just say, screw it. They do. I don't think it's necessarily USC saying, like, screw you. I think it's just that the game is programmed to snap the ball at 3 seconds on the play clock. So that'll do it. That is your final. USC with a huge victory in the first ever Pac-12 championship game. Was it 42-13? I'm a great commentator. Well, that'll do it. USC proves their number 12 ranking and crushes number 17 Oregon. Here's the play of the game. The wide open touchdown pass towards the end of the first half. I believe there was under 2 minutes to go. Maybe like a minute 20 or something like that. USC had 2 timeouts, and they were kind of looking to just maybe score some points. I don't think they would I don't think they thought it would be that easy Coaches will meet at midfield. Looks like we don't have any sort of special animation or anything for the Pac-12 championship. This all looks pretty standard as far as the animations and cuts and cameras and all that stuff. Ronald Lake, shockingly, is the player of the game. 13 of 18 for 4 touchdowns, 222 yards. It absolutely should have been the running back. I know those numbers look good, and I know especially in an offensive or quarterback-driven sort of thing, it makes sense to reward the quarterback, but that is the wrong call. Absolutely should have been the running back. I'll mute my camera. We have the Pac-12 champion, USC Trojans. Got out to an early lead and never relinquished it. Not even really close. See what kind of images we get here at the end. Turns out you can actually save these. I've learned you can save them to your hard drive, so you have these memories forever. That was a huge play on 4th down and 1. The broken AI not really helping the scoop and score. I believe that was immediately following that possession. That's a nice image. That one not great. That one also not great. That one's all right. Okay, there we go. Probably should have been another player in there, but that's okay. Let's turn our controller on because it always does that. It always goes to sleep. Saves you the battery, just in case. Game stats. Let's take a look at the team stats. Just because I was curious. The total offense 380 yards for the Trojans versus 133 for the Ducks. Only had 56 passing yards, 222 through the air, 158 rushing. But down here we have time of possession. It wasn't as slanted as I thought it would be. Oregon went very quickly their first couple of drives. They did put together a couple of drives later in the game. Player stats. Bailey was 6 of 13 for 56 and an interception. Rushing. Bailey again leading 15 attempts for 30 yards. Lucas had 13 for 37. Receiving, a couple for 29 and a couple for 19. Yards after catch, -1, weirdly enough. And then defensively, looks like we got 1 sack here. 1 sack for Howard, and then the nice interception by Cook on a bad throw. Poorly or ill-advised throw for Oregon. Gave them a little bit of life. Lane, as you saw, 13 for 18, 222, 4 touchdowns, interceptions, 1 interception, excuse me. You saw those were his stats because he was player of the game. Fowler should have been the player of the game. Averaged 8.7 yards a carry on 19 attempts for 166 yards. Had a long of 41. 1 touchdown. Great numbers for him. Clark, 3 receptions for 52, 2 touchdowns. Romeo, 2 for 77, 2 touchdowns. Had a long of 71, and the other one was for 6. But if you're catching the ball twice and both of them were for scores, hard to argue that. Fowler had 3 for 40, 3 catches for 40, no touchdowns through the air. And then defensively, we'll take a look at these sacks. 3 sacks, 1 by Hall, 1 by Long, 1 by Branch. Interception by Collins. And then we have fumble recovery by Caps and Manning. Manning with the scoop and score of 27 yards. So that will do it for this championship game. We're going to sim through. We'll sim through the next week. Well, actually, we'll take a look at the scores and schedule. And we'll see what is going to happen next. The reason I want to look at the scores and schedules, I want to see who is potentially going to be facing off against Oregon, or USC, excuse me. Scores, schedules. We want the Big Ten championship, which is Illinois or Michigan State. So an 18 versus a 10. Winner of this game will face USC in the Rose Bowl. And yeah, so let's go back here. Conference Championship week. Unfortunately, Boise State did not get to participate. Maybe next year. Hopefully next year. We do know that we're going to the Mako Las Vegas Bowl. Or do we know that? Did we know that? Have I spoiled it on accident because it showed? I don't know. I don't remember. That'll be the next episode. I don't remember getting that invite. It doesn't make sense that it would give the invite before all the stuff was settled. Heisman was the quarterback for Houston. We didn't have anybody really in contention, so that's fine. Compiling stories. And oh my goodness, Boise State is taking on number 9 TCU. That is a shocking matchup for an 8-4 Broncos squad to face a top 10 team. That's shocking for both schools. Both who Boise State has to face and why the hell is there a top 10 team in the Las Vegas Bowl. We'll find out who wins that game next time on What Happened or What If Boise State joined the Pac-12. Apparently they go to a bowl game and face the top 10 team in TCU, which I think is a Western Conference game anyway, or what? I can't remember the conference it came from. It doesn't matter. They'll face off in the Las Vegas Bowl. We'll see you next time.